Good evening and welcome to Entwine, your number one source of news and entertainment. Today we're going to talk about the interview that Patrick B. David gave to Piers Morgan, uncensored. Everybody knows these two people are ultra rich. PBD is part owner of the Yankees, billionaire. And it is very interesting the way he described how the left, been trying to destroy Trump, and pretty much what is the last bullet, the last thing they can do to actually turn things around. Let's take a look at this interview. I found it very, very interesting.
Horrible. You said garbage. You say Nazi. You think this is a powerful position? No, you've already lost the argument. I hope she does the podcast. You know it's going to be embarrassing. She's not going to be able to last for 2 or 3 hours. You think Putin really wants to sit down with somebody that knows how to negotiate? He doesn't want somebody like that. I asked him the question, when are these things going to be done? After inauguration, or will it be done when you're president-elect? What is our last chance for taking him out?
How would you have taken on Trump?
You really want me to give you a dark strategy?
Patrick, it's great to finally meet you.
Yes, it is.
We've never met.
Right.
Obviously a massive admirer of your work. We're in New York. You part-owned the New York Yankees. You finally won a game of the World Series last night.
Finally we did, yes
So you've
we did.
come in to watch them tonight.
I got to come root for him, yes. You brought the whole family, the whole crew.
The secondary important thing, of course, going on is the American election. I realize you'd rather probably win the World Series than worry about a trifling matter like an election. I just want to ask you a sort of randomly obtuse question, because I know you're a Trump guy this time round. If you weren't a Trump guy and you were trying to litigate against him, in other words, reasons why he shouldn't be president, I'm going to come to the reasons you think he should be, but where would you go at in terms of legitimate criticism of Trump?
Well, I mean, think about, let's lay out what they've tried already. Okay, so if you hire me as a consultant, what is our last chance for taking him out the last week that we have left? We've done the DOJ. We've done the humiliation with him in front of his wife. We've done the pinning the kids against each other, where you notice Ivanka's not that involved. Jared Kushner's not that involved. They kept talking about that deal, the $2 billion deal, so that pushed them away. Very good strategy on what they did to kind of show that the family's not together, but Trump's family, they went about it and they did their thing. We did the E. Jean Carroll, $83 million. We did the Mar-a-Lago is not a, $400 billion building. It's an $18 million. We've done all of that stuff. We've tried to burn him out. We've tried to, get his peers, the people he's hired in the past before, to say, look at his track record. He hasn't done a good job. COVID. You've tried misinformation. You've tried Russia. There's really nothing left. You've had 2 assassinations.
They tried literally everything. Now he's going to talk about the 2 assassinations
attempts on him. So at this point, what I noticed when I watched him, there are certain things where in order for you to be able to go up against him, you, one, have to have a decent candidate. Kamala has to be the most boring candidate I've ever seen in my entire life. Left, right, center. By the way.
Agree. She can't even put 2 sentences together. 2 sentences together. The lady is boring. She looks fake. The minute she opened her mouth, you'll be like, are you serious right now? This is what I'm going to vote for? No way. And then she tried to sell herself as the new alternative. Girl, you've been there for 4 years, basically, and the country is in pretty rough shape. Oh, boy.
Wait, I think she's more boring than Jeb Bush. I think she's more boring than...
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there when you watch the interviews. Tell a story. Tell me something. Sell me the dream. Say when I was 6 years old, I remember that this... She can't do that. She can't tell the story part. And quite frankly, I think if there was a primary, if the Dems had a primary, she wouldn't have beaten Pritzker. She wouldn't have beaten Shapiro. She wouldn't have beaten Newsom. I don't think she would have beaten Whitmer. I don't think she's top 5. At best, she's the best.
Which is why the
best
Democrats
candidate.
should.
She wouldn't have been none of them. None of them. It is so unfair. It is so unfair what happened to Biden, despite whether you're going to vote for him or not. It is unfair how they killed the democratic process to elect somebody. It was like, okay, Joe Biden is toast. She's next. What about everybody else? What about my say as a voter? What about if I don't want to vote for her? If it was Shapiro, I would probably vote for Shapiro, but not for Kamala Harris. No way. No way. With that strategy, they push people to the right, to the Republican Party. With that strategy, it was pretty much they gave her the crown without even have to fight for it. She didn't fight for it, not even a bit. It was like, come and get it, period.
Could have had, I think, a convention where they put it out and had a battle.
It's a big mistake for a big strategy for them. But at this point of the game, what to do? Let's lay out the crazy stuff, the stuff you don't want to use. Creatively, you have to find a way to shut down the internet. You have to find a way to create power grids. You have to find a way. I'm talking really like the movie that came out with Barack Obama that, Leave the World Behind, where power grid, internet, this is the movie that they produced with Julia Roberts. It's not like we're talking about something that's not there. You have to do something in those battleground states with the counties that majority are Republicans to create the fear that people don't show up. Because if you don't do that or delay, like Maricopa County saying we need 10 to 12 days, you have to do that with Pennsylvania, you have to do that with Georgia. If they don't do that, this is done if they don't do that. They have a terrible candidate.
But if you were to take it back, say you were the nominee for the Democrats right now, I think their strategy of calling him Hitler, branding him a Nazi, all this stuff, insulting his supporters and stuff, none of that obviously has worked. But if you were trying to pick him off...
You really want me to give you a dark strategy?
Well, yeah. How would you have taken on Trump?
If you can get...
This guy is brilliant. PBD, brilliant. Let me tell you something. PBD was really poor. And he came to this country and became a billionaire. That guy has a big brain. Let's see what he's going to say.
One of his kids to come out and do an interview with Anderson Cooper on why Ivanka chose to not be that public about it. And you have to pay them $500 million to agree to do this interview, even though I know for a fact they won't do it. You have to either do that. It can't be the Michael Cohen. They posted a picture today of a boat.
That's a great strategy. Bring one of the kids, one of the Trump kids, to actually turn on Trump. But between you and me, it's not going to happen, at least not for money. Because we have to remember, Trump kids, they don't need money. Maybe you and I would turn for money because we don't have money. But Trump kids, they're all rich. They're all rich. They inherited an empire. It's a good strategy that PBD mentioned there. Grab one of the kids, put him on with Anderson Cooper, and freaking kill Trump with the words, not literally. But that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. It's too late, number one, and number two, the kids will not turn. I seriously doubt it. Not for money, not for 500 billion, not for $1 billion, not for money, because money is one thing they do not need.
With the flags, oh, look at the boat here. What do you think about this, Ivanka and Jared Kushner? We know that Soros, with the money that he's spending, and you get the video, that's very effective for you to post it out and go viral. It'll persuade some small percentage of people. You got to get Marla, you got to get Ivanka, you got to get somebody super, super close on the inside, and it's just not going to work. Outside of that, think about the Vanity Fair reaches out to me. What do you think about the fact that President Trump has gone all these different podcasts? Who goes on these types of podcasts? And what do you think about this? I said, this is called disruption and destroying you. The mainstream media, the strategy that he's taken, going and talking to the average day-to-day people, and she's not doing it, right? He's having those types of conversations. I think they have to really, really find a dark strategy to be able to pull this off. And I just don't think they're going to pull it off, because they got what? They got Beyonce, they got Taylor Swift, they got now Arnold Schwarzenegger today announced that he's endorsing Kamala. They got all these celebrities, Steph Curry, they got all of those guys. They got every one of these guys. Trump converts and gets Bobby. Tulsi goes the other side. Elon Musk, who's maybe the #1 voice name in media, and he's not even in media. I believe he's got the biggest weight as a name. Beyonce's not in that league. They're competitors. So if you look at Musk is on this side, their Musk is Mark Cuban. Musk wins. If you go on this side and think about...
The thing is, the Democratic Party has all these celebrities, right? They empty. Those celebrities, they do not connect with the average folk. They simply do not connect. Really? When was the last time you went to a Beyonce concert? Eminem. It's crazy. It's crazy. They had J-Lo there. That everybody knows J-Lo was involved with P. Diddy. They had LeBron. That everybody knows LeBron was involved with P. Diddy too. They had Cardi B, my girl, Dominican, whatever. But she has a terrible reputation. Terrible reputation. You cannot put those people on a microphone and say that those people are America. They are, us, regular people. That they are going to connect with us. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. In the other hand, what Trump did, he got the union people, he got workers, right? And then you got Biden calling half of the borders of the country trash, garbage, and then Trump spin that around. Boom, got a garbage truck, a vest, and start talking with actual people that work in the garbage business. That connects. That connects. But what the Democratic Party is doing, they having a media tour with celebrities. That's all it is. Then you guys have to understand, they're not talking about how expensive is the food. They're not talking about gasoline. They're not talking about the border. They're not talking about how they're going to fix our infrastructure. They're not talking about none of it, because they can't. They can't, because they messed up this country on such a way that it's impossible for you and me to get ahead nowadays. It's impossible. You apply for a loan, it's super expensive. You're trying to buy a house, it's not going to happen. How? You're trying to buy a car, you can't find it. It's super expensive. You go to the grocery store, you're going to leave an arm and a leg there. They not in touch with us, the regular people, the regular voter. They not. They just playing the race card. Just because I'm black. Oh, I'm black. I'm Latino. I'm this. It's not working. And in my opinion, it's simply too late. Everybody already make up their mind for whom they're going to vote for. There's a few people here and there that they are independent and they probably not sure, whatever. But 90%, we already know who we're going to vote for.
Bobby Kennedy and Tulsi, who is their Bobby? Who went from this side to that side? Who? Kinsing? Who do they have? Nobody. So matchup to matchup, they're Obama. Obama's the other day scolding. He just looks out of touch.
They both do, actually, him and Michelle.
It's horrible. It's embarrassing. It's desperate. You know what it's like? Here's what I'm a man, you're a man. We both will know this feeling. And there's 3 situations where I believe the opposition can feel desperation. 3 situations that I can talk about. First one, When a man is desperate for a girl and she feels it, she knows body language and eyes and the way we talk. She feels this guy's desperate for me. It's unattractive, right? In sales, if I come and try to sell you a house or a policy or a gym membership, you will feel, based on my desperation, if I'm gonna need to pay my bills and I really need this commission check. You will feel a desperate salesperson. You know what third one is? In politics, when you try to become desperate to win a vote, Obama, Michelle, Kamala, all of them look like a desperate salesperson that needs the commission but no one's buying.
Yes.
That's what they feel like.
I'm gonna leave it up to there. He nailed it. He nailed it. These people look desperate. Desperate. Kamala Harris is a salesperson. Is a bad salesperson. She looks fake. Fake. When she's talking to people, she looks fake. You can tell she's not genuine. You can tell. You can see her. And it's not connected with us. Has not connected. They literally, listen, with all the stuff that Donald Trump has gone through, is for him for not to be in politics. He should be destroyed at this point. And nevertheless, he's way up on the verge to become the 47th president of the United States. Is PBD right when he said these people are desperate person? A desperate person that's trying to sell something that nobody's buying? Is he all right? He's telling the truth? Let me know what you think. Subscribe, comment, and I see you in the next video. Ciao.